Today is the third day of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu trial in Nigeria, and of course, after today's trial, this case has been adjourned to tomorrow, being May 7, 2025, as a result of prosecution struggles with evidences disclosure. So, a heated exchanges and arguments erupted in the courtroom today. Today in Abuja, being 6th of 20 May 2025, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has adjourned the trial of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, to Wednesday, May 7, 2025, following a day of intense cross-examination, conflicting testimonies and controversy over the prosecution's handling of court documents. Kanu appeared in court under heavy DSS security for the continuation of his trial on terrorism and treasonable felony charges. The session kicked off with the cross-examination of the first prosecution witness who faced tough questions from senior advocate of Nigeria, Kanu Agabi. During the session, Agabi questioned the credibility of the witness and probed his knowledge of the charges filed against the defendant. Agabi asked, "Were you consulted prior to filing of the charges?" The witness responded yes. The Agabi said again, "Are you aware the defendant was charged with 15 counts?" The witness said no. "Are you aware the charge was struck out?" The witness said, "I am not aware." "Are you aware the defendant was charged with inciting the public to destroy public property?" The witness said, "I am not aware." "Are you aware that charge was struck out?" The witness also said, "I am not aware." "Are you aware the defendant in furtherance of terrorism charges directed the public to destroy government property?" The witness also said, "I am aware of that one." Agabi proceeded with another question saying, "Are you aware that charge was struck out by the trial judge?" Witness said, "I am not aware." Shortly after, the prosecution introduced a second witness after the first witness. After Agabi asked question to the first witness, Nigerian government now presented their second witness, identified only as witnesses BBB, who claimed to have interrogated Kanu at DSS headquarters in 2015. "Yes, I met him in the DSS facility in Abuja. He is the leader of the proscribed group and he established ESN and armed wing," the witnesses told the court. However, Nnamdi Kanu immediately denied knowing the witness, raising further questions about the integrity of the testimony. The witness went on to allege that Kanu had incited followers to burn down houses during the 2015 interrogation. The proceedings took a dramatic turn when the prosecution attempted to introduce a letter from the former Attorney General of the Federation. The defense, led by Kanu Agabi, vehemently objected, noting they had not been served the document, a position affirmed by the judge. "Any document you want to use must be duly served to the defense team. The defendant must have access to all documents for fair hearing." Following the objection and the judge's remarks, the prosecution swiftly withdrew the letter and requested an adjournment to continue tomorrow. Additional documents were then presented by prosecution lawyer Awomolo San, sparking another wave of legal exchanges. In a final moment before adjournment, Agabi raised a separate motion. "Is it necessary to submit the application to release my client's belongings?" he asked, indicating a push to retrieve personal items confiscated by the DSS. As the legal drama unfolds, observers remain on edge. Wednesday's session promises further revelations and testimonies as the defense digs deeper into the foundation of the federal government case. My people, this time around, how would you bring a witness who MAZI Nnamdi Kanu does not know? You claim you interrogated MAZI Nnamdi Kanu in 2015, and the defendant is telling us that he does not know you. He have not seen you before. How sure are you that you are the one that interrogated MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? You see, Nigerian government don't trust anything that have to do with Nigerian government. Remember that this new judge that is taking over this case of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu was the one that presided over the case of Fubara and Wike in Rivers State, who now judged for Wike. Wike happens to be the former governor of Rivers State. And this man, knowing too well as someone that is very corrupt in terms of judicial affairs, this man now ruled out Fubara as the governor of Rivers State, while putting Abbas, which led to chaos in the political affairs in Rivers State at the moment. Rivers State does not have peace as a result of the particular judge that this man oversees in Rivers State. When there was a political chaos and crisis going on, which has jeopardized the peace of the political affairs in Rivers State. My correct people, they must see the hot now. Now, especially Igbo people are really watching behind, knowing what this federal government are trying to do. You cannot jam as Nnamdi Kanu. People have not even pinpointed the real aspect of what is going on. This man, you came and you are starting afresh from this case. No problem. We are still waiting for you at the edge of this particular case because you have not mentioned why Nigerian government travel all the way to Kenya, kidnap MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, extradite him all the way from Kenya to Nigeria, committing law against Nigeria. This is really ridiculous. How can a federal government commit a treason felony law against its own citizen and against the citizen of UK, and you are not even touching this particular aspect that Nigerian governments are guilty of, and you're looking for a way to just wave your own sin and, jail this man? Do you think it is possible? We Igbo people will not allow such to happen in this Nigeria of today. Boko Harams are moving around freely. A Nigerian man from the northern part of the country cried out yesterday when he saw a Boko Haram member who abducted him in the mosque, who has turned a repentant Boko Haram. This person went to mosque to pray with that man. The man was so shocked to see a bandit that abducted him praying in the same roof with him. The man cried out to social media, look at the thing that Nigerian governments are doing. The Kenyan government, through their former Nigerian envoy, has disassociated themselves in the heinous and wondrous act of Nigerian government. I am glad now that at least people are now seeing the illegality of these court proceedings for what it is. The continuation of the trial is illegal. This has been established even by the Nigerian Court of Appeal that earlier dismissed this case. Nnamdi Kanu's home was raided by the Nigerian military. 28 innocent unarmed civilians were murdered. Luckily to Nnamdi Kanu, he escaped, and the same Nigeria followed him to Kenya, where he ran to. They conspired with Kenyan mafians and abducted MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, locked him up in a private secret room, tortured him to the point of death for 8 consecutive days, and brought him to Nigeria without extraditing court orders as required by international law. The act, according to local and international law, has rendered the continuation of this case illegal. Even the Kenya government, like I said earlier, through their former Nigerian envoy, has disassociated the Kenyan government from this horrendous act. We must collectively identify these court proceedings for what it is. You cannot get justice from illegality. Violation of the international treaty is a crime. You cannot continue that case without stating how you brought Nnamdi Kanu back to Nigeria. Anything outside of this amount to illegality. My people, this is the final stage of what happened today in Nigerian court trial with MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. What do you have to say, my fellow people? What do you have to say, my good people of Biafra, my good people of Nigerians, people that are looking for a better Nigeria today, people that are aspiring to have their own nation as a better place to stay, and for all, for safety, for freedom, for peace, and for development? What is your opinion? Feel free, drop it in the comment section. And if you've not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please kindly do well to subscribe. Subscription na free, say make you dey watch our updates. Don't forget to turn the bell button on so that you will not, be left aside whenever we post our latest content. Stay tuned. Tomorrow is another court day of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. I remember my humble self, Christiana Chidinma. Ezigbo Ada Nwafibu. Thank you guys for watching and supporting Christy TV.